Hey guys, today we are going to discuss about group discussion. In ICI campus, what happens when you submit your CV? In case of any walk-in also, it happens. The selection procedure starts with the scanning of your CV, and the second step, most of the companies prefer to take a GD round before the candidate go for an interview. In that group discussion, there will be minimum 10 to 15 people. First thing I'll discuss that there are categories of topic. You should prepare yourself in all the categories. So first category, which is very common category, is to be aware about your surroundings. So they can give you any topic which is related to any current affair that is coming out of any political issue, or nowadays there is coronavirus has infected many parts of the globe. So are you aware about those data? That may be one of the topic. And also, so this category is basically the facts. It's about the facts and figures, how aware you are about the information about your surroundings which is happening nowadays. So what were the highlighted news for the last 2 months? You should go and check it and get some information about those topics, and also ready with some of the facts and information, so that you can throw some information right at the time of the GD. And because you are aware of those information, definitely you are going to earn some points on that part. Now second category is mainly about the open-ended questions. So they may ask you that what do you think about the work culture? Work from home is desirable option for employees. So this is an open-ended topic. They mainly check your lateral thinking, what do you think, and how supportive your points are with regard to the topic itself. You should brush your knowledge on the subjects, company law, what are the changes, GST, or taxation, the budget itself. So these are the topics which you should be aware about, and these are the hot topic maybe is an abstract one, where they can give you a topic which is sky is blue is also a topic. Now you can discuss about it. How will you discuss? You have to relate with your creativity. With this topic should be related with the creativity. You can take this to any point. So people who are creative minded, who actually want to put something which is out of the box, actually they score really good points in these GD rounds. Usually in ICI campus, specifically if I'll talk about, there are topics which are related to current affairs. So it may be budget, it may be your speech of the finance minister, it can be any updation in the company law, any updation in GST. So you should be well aware about all these facts and the scenario. What was the existing provision, what is the new one and proposed by the government? Also how it will impact the market, and what are the solutions? So at least you should have a complete 360-degree awareness about the topic and the changes which are introduced recently for the last 2 months. Very specific thing which I have seen, that usually in case of big fours, what they do, they distribute, let's say 30 candidates into two teams, 15 and 15, and they ask one team to be speaking in favor of the topic, and the other team should be speaking against the topic. Once it is said by the HR that you will be speaking in favor of the topic, you have to think in favor of, even if you don't believe, then also the points which you will be giving should be in favor of the topic, because that is how the rules has been set by the HR. Please keep that in mind. Don't be nervous, don't be in hurry, and after just getting the topic, you just go back into your mind and start analyzing that should I speak in favor of the topic or against the topic. I have seen even in my own GD round in campus, what happened, that we were divided into two teams, and my team was supposed to speak in favor of the topic, and the other team was supposed to speak against the topic. But one member from my team was speaking against the topic. So there you will lose the point, and the HR will take an impression of yours that you are not a good listener. If I say what attributes HR is looking forward in the candidates who are participating in the GD round, so first I'll say definitely it is you should be a confident speaker. You should not lose your confidence while speaking. To start the GD, still take your time, frame a good statement, frame a good point, and then put that point very confidently in front of all the members, that when you are speaking and making sense. and nobody, it doesn't matter whether the people are going to agree with your point or does not agree. That is actually not the case. Here they just want you to have an opinion on the topic, and that opinion should be should be supportive with some facts, some information. Second thing is, be a good listener. So always listen to the points, or don't be nervous, and do not try to avoid what others are saying, because if you have something relatable to what somebody has already said, you can just make you can make an addition to that point. You can say, yeah, I totally agree with that member's point of view, and in addition to that point, I even want to say something, and just conclude your point. So it showed that how good you are at listening, and also you conveyed your point so well that it was not insulting for the other person also. So the next point would be your communication skill. So everything actually sums up to the communication skill, which is very important. Even if you are making few grammatical mistakes, that is fine, but you should be speaking in English. Also, you can use simple words as well. And the next point would be that to avoid using fillers while you are saying something. Try to avoid all these fillers. Speak less, but speak confidently. And last point would be that attribute which is very, very important is your subject knowledge. Because if you are not having a subject knowledge, definitely how good you are at speaking, how well you are in any other attribute, doesn't matter if you don't have the subject knowledge. So if they are talking about China, if they are talking about US economy or even Indian economy, if you are not aware about the facts, how would you be able to frame any sentence? Now if I am a candidate who is part of the GD discussion, what I'll be doing, I may be an initiator of the group discussion. If I'm aware about the topic, I can start the GD round and I can earn the points being an initiator. Now let's say if you are not very well aware about the knowledge, or if you are a little nervous, then also don't try to initiate, because if you are initiating, be very confident to initiate the conversation. Do not try that. Try to listen 2-3 members point of view, try to frame your own point in the meantime, and then say something. At the end you can conclude the GD, because if you are not aware about the topic but you have other attributes and you are very good in the communication skill, you are a good listener, you can you actually put forward your opinion in a very confident manner, you should listen. If you are not having the subject knowledge, here you get the benefit. You listen all the points, all the opinions very carefully, and try to frame it as a conclusion. And when people are done within 5-10 minutes after putting forward their view, you can say, okay, now I'm going to conclude the GD as rightly said by this member or that member. You can summarize their points. Whatever is your opinion, you can frame it out there, and that's how the GD will be concluded. So once the GD is concluded, you cannot raise any argument or any conversation. It's concluded by any member, that is done. So now here is one more thing which I have seen in the ICI campus. Whenever the HR divides the members into 2 to 3 teams, HR himself asks all the candidates to conclude. So you are not listening to the pointers of all the candidates, you will not be able to conclude. So it's not like that. If you have initiated the GD, doesn't mean that you do not have to listen to the other's opinion. You have to listen to the other opinion, because it may be a situation that where after 10 to 15 minutes of the discussion, HR may ask all the members of this group to conclude one by one. Also, please remember that do not put any opinion which is a personal one. So it's always recommended that whatever you are saying, it should not be limited to any individual's point of view only. It should be a fact, or it should be the majority's opinion. Next, what you should avoid is try not to go against the government. Even if the topic is like this, demonetization was a success or not. So whenever you are putting forward any point of any opinion, you should frame it in such a way that you are not going against the government or any of the policy of the government. How to begin your opinion, that also, these are the pointers, these are the initiators, you can say, which you can use in framing your sentences, and then put forward your opinion in front of the members. So I would recommend that here is the structure that how you should participate in a GD. acknowledge others' opinion. Then second thing, you have to frame your own opinion, and then third thing, you have to put it forward in such a manner that it should look like very neutral one. It should not be against the participant who was speaking something against what you want to say. And what you can do now before going for ICI campus, my opinion, practice is very important. No one is perfect, no one is spontaneous in this world. Everyone practice everything and then only they perform. So all the very best, guys, and thank you so much for watching my video. In case you have any query, you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn account. Also, you can post your queries in the comment section below.